This WordPress tutorial by Mark McLaren of McBuzz Communications is called How to Make a Back to Top link that takes you back to the top of a page or post. What do we mean by this? Let's look at an example here. Here's the Business Blogging 101 site that I use for these tutorials, but I'm going to show you a different site real quick just to demonstrate what we're talking about. Here's the bottom of the page that I want to use. Here's the top. Okay, I've got an About Us page, and what we'd like to do is have a link that, say it's a very long page and you want to kind of break it up. You don't want people to have to use the scroll bar to get around on the page. You'd like them to just be able to click a link that takes them back to the top. So I have two links here. I'll blow these up so you can read them maybe. One says Back to Top Advanced and one says Back to Top Easy. So if I click on the Easy link, which you can name these links whatever you want. You can call them, Take Me Back to the Top or whatever. But I just call them Back to the Top. Okay, that one worked fine, right? It reloads the page when I click on it. Okay, the advanced one, you see, is faster. And the difference is a matter of code and the way that you're requesting the page to be repositioned or reloaded. It's better to use the advanced method, but if your website or blog is hosted on a free service, you may not be able to do that because you have to change the PHP text file itself that's part of the header for the theme, and you can't do that on WordPress.com sites, to my knowledge. Okay, I might be wrong about that, but anyway, for the time being, here's the easy way to add this back to top link. Okay, requires no code or uploading files or any of that. Before I get to that, let me show you real quickly one other variation on this theme, which is handy, and that I'll cover in a separate tutorial, but I want to show you what is involved. We have our About Us page, right, like so, and say I want a link that takes me to a specific part of the page, right? I don't want it to take me to the top of the page. I want it to take me to, say, the section of the page here that I have called Part 2. Okay, there's a way to do that, and as I say, I'll cover it in a separate tutorial, but I want to show you just so you know. I'm going to go out to the front of this website. Okay, and I have at the bottom of this page here a link that says, here is an example of a link to a specific location on a page within this website. Okay, now when I click on this thing, I'm going to go eventually to there. Alright, so there is my Part 2, it says Part 2 if you can't see it, on the About Us page. I'll do that one more time. This can be done without editing any PHP files. It can be done right in the dashboard of WordPress, so it's handy and fairly easy to do. Clicking on the link to a specific location, and there it takes me to the middle of the page, right, way down on the page, on the About Us page. Pretty cool. Check out the next tutorial to learn how to do that. Okay, but for now we want to do this back to top link insertion. Okay, I've got page set up for this purpose. It's called example page. How do I come up with these names? Okay, so what I'd like is to put at the bottom of the page a link that takes me back to the top. And here's how we do it. We go into the dashboard, go to manage, since this page already exists, and by the way, the page must be published in order for this to work, because it's got to have an actual address. It could actually be saved and you can get the address, or it should be published, either way. So I'll show you what I mean. Click on Pages, go to the page that we want, which is the example page. Okay, here's our visual text editing window, which is all we need. I'm going to go down to the bottom, put our cursor in there, hit return. I'm going to type back to top. Okay, I don't know if you can't see that, maybe I can blow that up slightly. There it says back to top. Okay, you can type whatever you want for that link, but I'm just saying back to top. Highlight it, click on the insert link button. We get the pop-up window that asks for the URL, and what is the URL? We're just going to go and grab the address for the page. Okay, so I go back to the example page in a separate window to grab the address, go up to the browser address window, highlight the whole address up there, okay, which in this case is mcbuzz.wordpress.com/example page. Command or Control C to copy back to the insert edit window. Okay, make sure that whatever is in there, usually http:// is already in there, so delete that and then paste in your whole address. Okay, there, I've done that. For the target, keep it open and link in same window, right? Since this is on the site, it's a piece of navigation. We don't want a new window for that. And then you can type in whatever you want, like go to or go back to the top of the page, okay, for the title there, and click insert. That is now a link. Click save. And we'll go back and refresh this page, our example page, and there it is, and we should find our little back to top link. Incidentally, you may, if you're working on a site, you may see edit this entry appearing at the bottom of your page or post. That's because you're logged in. You can click on that. Nobody else sees that unless they're logged in to your site, if you've given them access to your site for some reason. Otherwise, never mind that link. Okay, there it is, back to top. Click on it, reloads the page. I went back to the top. Simple as that. Thank you for checking out WordPress tutorials with Mark McLaren and McBuzz Communications.